I'm happy to be back, and this time we are at Southlinks Batam. Have you played this course before? Do let me know down in the comments below. Hole 1 is a par 4 at 363 meters. You will want to avoid the bunkers on the left as they are reachable. I went with one club more, a pitching wedge, to approach the green from this fairway bunker. Chose to putt from outside the green instead of a chip. I always believe that your worst putt will always be better than your best chip. Parring the first hole will set a good mood for myself for this round. Hole 2 par 4, 410 meters. Wow, it's not getting any shorter, huh? There's a water stream on the right side of this entire fairway. Do keep your ball on the left. There's lots of space there. However, do take note there's a small pocket of water hazard on the far left corner. I went with a 5 iron as I've got a headwind right into my face at 167 meters. As I was not really warmed up and not decided on how to hit this shot, pushed it to the right, and now I'm left with a flop shot over a bunker. The green is really tight from this view. I'm just glad that the ball stayed on the green. This spot is about 12 to 13 feet. It's about 40 to 30% for me to hold this one. So a bogey is kind of a good score, in my opinion. What do you think? All right, hole 3, a short one, 315 meters. We've got red stick hazard flanking the left side of this fairway. Keep your ball center or way right. Way right is fine as well. There's no danger there. Just to take note, there's a fairway bunker if you do hit your ball about 200 meters and above. From here, I've got 90 meters. I went with a sand wedge. Cold top this right to the back of the green. It's okay, we still can try to save par up and down. The bunkers here is hard and firm. So I went with a sand wedge and chunk and run it. Hopefully the ball runs enough to get towards the pin. The greens are, at this point of time, not in its best state as they've just holotimed it. So I'm not expecting to hold all my putts. Hole 4, par 3, 120 meters uphill. This is quite a hole. It may seem short, but you do have to keep your ball low as the green's elevated and there's a very strong headwind into our face. So I decided to go with a club more or 2, put it at the back of the stance and just keep it low. Went with a chip shot with a lob wedge. Not the best decision. Should have went with a pitching wedge instead. Read this break wrongly and 3 over after 4 holes. That's okay. Hole 5 is the index 1. It's 375 meters. I'm aiming way over the trees as this is a severe dogleg right par 4. The more right you go would be much better for longer hitters. Now, if you do hit more than 220, 230 meters, then this it will be your line. From here, it's a downhill pitch. At 70 plus meters, I went with a sand wedge. Put the ball at the back of my stance and it felt like I need to swing 10 meters more than usual. Now a look for birdie putt. Will this be my first birdie? Very close. All right, first par 5 of the day. Hole 6, 421 meters. This is not a very long par 5. However, this is very cleverly designed. There are 2 greens. Today I'm playing the one where we have to carry the water. So the plan and play the ball right from the tee shot. And then with this second shot, 170 plus meters with the wind at my back. Went with a 6 iron, hoping and praying for it to cross.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty close. But when you do cross the water, we've got an eagle putt. And then you will hear this beautiful sound. Yes, a birdie, our very first birdie of the day. Hole 7, par 3, 148 meters. This is a very strong par 3. We've got the wind in our face. I went with a 7 iron. Not the best choice of iron. I guess I should have gone with a 6. Push this to the right. Thankfully, it's safe. The lie here is not against grain, it's with the grain, so the ball will spin pretty quickly. And a 4 feet for par. Hole 8 is a par 4, 354 meters. You do want to stay away from the left side. Anything left of this bunker or in the bunker is almost automatically a bogey or double. So hit it straight or way right. Just be careful. Very, very far right is an OB stick. Second shot, I've got about 90 meters with headwind in my face, planning to play about 100 meters. Didn't hit this so well, so the ball just came up short. The conditions on this green is pretty good. I think during the dry seasons, you will really enjoy playing this course. First 9, the design is well thought out, really nice to play. I enjoyed it so far. I've only played 2 rounds on this course, and I believe you will enjoy it as well. Hole 9, which is the second par 5 of this front 9, isn't very long either at 434 meters. Just do take note that left and right is OB, so keep your ball in play. On our second shot, it's mostly downhill. At 167 meters, I went with a 6 iron. Gotta hit this really good, just to ensure that the ball carries a very small stream just before the green. And from this end of this putting green section is a big swinger from left to right. And it can get really fast going downhill. Now a birdie putt to put my score looking quite respectable. Haha. Now, if you're wondering where to stay in your trip, it will be KTM Resort. This resort is only 5 minutes away from Sekupang Ferry Terminal. You can call them when you make a booking, they can pick you up. It's only a very short ride. And you've got 3 beautiful courses surrounding this resort, which is Southlinks, you've got Indapuri, as well as Batam Hills, all within 30 minutes drive. I like this resort a lot because the villas are facing the ocean. It's also facing Singapore, and it's where you will see a beautiful sunset. You can take really nice pictures, impress your the other half, or even bring your friends over for a nice weekend getaway. The activities there are really fun. There's a swimming pool, we've got a water playground, there is jet ski even. On some nights they serve barbecue, and of course there's spa as well as paintball. Wow. Hole 10, a par 4, pretty long. You want to keep the ball in the center. For long hitters, you can actually carry the bunker on the right. I pulled mine to the left side, and now my ball is thick in the rough. Went with a 5 iron and just couldn't muscle my way through. The club got stuck and the ball ended up just outside the bunker. Thankfully, I have a wicked shot game and I can save a par on this hole. 5 feet for par. The ball is going to wobble and bobble in. And I guess this time it went my way. This back 9 isn't exciting as the front 9. Most of the holes are pretty straightforward. So I would say the design for this entire course has a good balance. You want to challenge yourself, you've got the front 9. And then the back 9 is something where you won't have to lose so many golf balls. Now this par 5, I'm left with a 6 iron. This fairway bunker and most of the fairway bunker feels soft. So I do guess you need to take one more club in case you hit heavily behind it. From here is 67 meters with a sand wedge. I kind of love this distance from the fairway bunkers and put this pin high. Birdie lai liao. Slowly but surely crawling my way back to even par. We are at hole 12. It's a hole at 369 meters. If you do notice, there are a lot of holes that are at 369 meters. Anyway, struck this driver really well. It's the new GT driver from Titleist. It does gives me extra distance, and when you hit it right in the center, wow. I went with the GT2 as it has a bigger sweet spot and it's more forgiving. Sometimes I do hit the ball all over the club face, so this one would be the best one for me. I've got about a 40-foot putt. This green was pretty slick. It was running pretty quickly, and the ball raced past the hole by a few feet, and it tapped in for an easy putt. Okay, never mind. Easy bogey. Back to +1. Just got a little bit careless there. Hole 3, make a mistake here. It's not hole 3, it's hole 13. Sorry about that. 169 meters, went with a 6-iron. The front of the green is really narrow. This is where the pin is. You've got to hit this pretty straight. Put this left into the bunker, which is my usual miss. Went with a very high lofted lob wedge and sent this really high up in the air. Luckily, the ball came out nicely, and I've got a testy putt for par. And just watch how this ball bobbles into the hole. Hole 14 is a short par 4 at 300 meters. Although this par 4 may be short, you do not want to just bomb it. Putting it in play is really, really important. There are not much danger left and right. I have a sand wedge hitting about 70 meters with a pin at the back. It was headwind, so I went with about 10 meters more. Struck this beautifully, the ball landed right on the pin, spun to the left, and a tap in for birdie. What an up and down game so far. We started with lots of bogeys, and then birdie, and then careless mistake again. You know, that's golf. You don't get to have perfect golf anyway, because it's just not how the golf game is designed to be. This hole at 369 meters again. We've got water on the left side, so center or right would be beautiful. One with a high fade. From here, it's 140 meters. The wind was blowing in our face, so I kept an 8-iron pretty low, like a medium height. Get this ball on the green, and then 2-putt for par. In November, I will be planning a golf trip to Batam. If you do want to join me, it's going to be 3 days, 2 nights. The plan is first day, we're going to golf. Second day, we're going to golf in the morning. And then afternoon, we're going to do the spa at KTM Resort and do the water activities. And then Sunday morning, it will be a paintball war. And once we check out, we will head to the center city of Batam to do some makan, maybe by the seaside, and then do some shopping before we head back home by ferry. If you're down for it, do send me a text or private DM in my socials, or you can email me at darenlimgolf@gmail.com. See you there this November. I do love the last 2 holes on this course. Hole 17 is a very strong par 3. We'll show you how the green looks like later on at the end of this clip. I've got 154 meters. I went with a 7-iron. Almost shanked this. Ball found the bunker. Went with a lofted, like a 58-degree lob wedge, which I think wasn't the best club to choose anyway. Flubbed this. The ball ended up in the front of the green. And then I made a very smart decision from here. Close the putter. As you can see, the ball's going to wobble up and down. If I were to chip, I think most probably will be a very difficult lie to chip from, as well as controlling the speed.
Angkat.
Finally, hole 18 is a par 5, 454 meters. I do have to hit 2 beautiful shots just to get this in too. block this towards the right, and there's water hazard waiting for my ball. However, sometimes you do need luck. The ball was buried, so I went with a hybrid, even though I could reach it in 2 with a 3-wood, but that's not the wisest thing to do from that horrible lie. Laying up, leaving myself with a 45-meter pitch shot. I went with a lob wedge and went really steep on this.
Spin.
Called for the spin and the ball came out with 1. Will I birdie this to go +2? Well, not this time. Thank you for watching, guys. Great to be back. See you in the next Batam golf course video. Bye-bye.